Hello my friends and welcome to the Expanse Osiris Reborn. Hope you're all doing well. I'm really excited for this game. I'm so stoked to be looking at it. It's the newest upcoming game from Owlcat, who made Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader and the Pathfinder games, Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, which are some of my favorite mechanically dense and complex RPGs from the last decade or so. So I've really been looking forward to whatever they were doing next, and this is it. This is the first look at the closed beta for the Expanse, which is, of course, based on the book series and TV show, so we can expect some fun, hard sci-fi as we jump into this game. A couple housekeeping things that I should mention before I start playing. This is a very early closed beta, so I believe we have one playable mission with some preset characters. When you actually play the game, there will be character creation, but we'll be using presets. And other than that, that's the only thing that I know about this game. I have deliberately avoided looking at any press or trailers or anything like that, so I'm jumping in blind and we'll experience it together. Also worth mentioning before I start that while the developers were kind enough to send me a key for this playtest, this video is not sponsored in any way, so you'll be getting my unvarnished opinions throughout the video, and if there's something that I don't like, I really want this game to be great, so I will criticize it in the hopes of seeing changes to things that I don't enjoy. Alright, so let's jump in and check out the game. Now, the first thing that I like to do whenever I start a new game is go into the options menu and just make sure that everything that you might want and every option that you need is present. If this part bores you, I'll put a timestamp below. You can just jump forward into the gameplay. So looking at the option menu, we have a bunch of different language options. Great. Subtitle, size, and background opacity. I really like that as a setting. Background opacity makes it much easier to see subtitles for some people. Difficulty settings, normal or hard. Okay. Probably there will be more granular difficulties as we get into, once the game launches. Rogue Trader, I think, has like 8 different difficulty settings. And enemy health bars off or on. I'm not seeing anything for like damage number pop-ups or anything like that. Again, I think that's likely to be added as the game gets closer to launch. But this looks like it covers the basics. For controls, all right, well, I am seeing the first thing that I need to criticize here, which is that it doesn't look like you can rebind your keys, and, you know, it's not 1995 anymore. You should be able to rebind your keys, especially because this is a game with, like, real-time stuff happening. Tactical pause, melee attack, WASD for movement. Lots of players are going to want to use different keyboard layouts for that, so I really hope that this gets fixed before the game launches, and that you'll be able to change your keyboard layout. Looking at the graphics setting, you can see I've made some small changes. I've set motion blur to off. Otherwise, it's just the normal high, medium, low, but normal graphics control here. Controller settings, again, there's only one controller layout, which obviously many people will want to change. Aim assist, we'll see how prevalent the aim assist is when using mouse and keyboard, because often in games that have controller aim assist in the mouse and keyboard version of the game, it's hard to aim at stuff because they didn't bother making it so that the aiming is responsive and clean, because they're relying on console players just using the aim assist. So hopefully the gunplay feels good. It's looking like this is a shooting game. The audio settings, I do really like that they have different audio setups for all of the different things that you want. Interface, voice, music, and master volume and sound effects. That's great. I love individual control of volume. There's also something weird is happening in the menus here, which I need to mention, which is, so I'm at the top of the menu and I'm scrolling down, okay, and I scrolled down to the bottom. Now I'm scrolling back up and it's not moving. And then I'm still scrolling a bunch and it's still, yeah, now it's moving up. So I think what's happening here is that you can scroll above and below the menu, like you can scroll too far and then have to scroll back onto the menu before it lets you move back. So that's really funny. This is, like I said, a very early beta. And then we've got our privacy stuff here. Okay, cool. So let's jump into the game. Hitting the new game button, we'll go with hard. Okay, so it looks like we're jumping in partly into the story. So this part will obviously be told to us actually in-game, but here we're just getting a quick recap of what will have happened up to this point when we're getting this playable mission. So, previously in the Expanse, Osiris Reborn. You and your twin are Pinkwater security mercenaries. You lost your entire squad while narrowly escaping Eros Station, where the entire population was infected with an unknown substance. You escaped on an enemy ship, the Mott, and now want to find out who's responsible for Eros. You've just arrived at Pinkwater 4 Station to discuss the situation with your boss, Oscar O'Connell. During docking, your twin, Jay, was unintentionally rude to the dispatcher and wants to make amends. Alright, let's jump in. So it looks like we've got some preset options here. Let's go with, we're going to be a belter hacker. Yeah, I love this loading screen, actually, the visual here. This is one of the most striking visuals from the TV show, which, by the way, I should mention, I've read most of the books, but not all of them, and seen, I think, the first 2 seasons of the TV show, so I know something about The Expanse, but I'm not deeply, deeply versed in it. In the belt. Pinkwater 4 Station. One thing that the Expanse is known for is having actual orbital mechanics be a fairly substantial plot point, and the visuals of that in the TV show are very well done as well.
Oh, my man Zafar. Glad to see you.
All right, this is my
Coffee?
twin.
I've got a fresh pot.
the coffee just teleports into her hand.
Coffee, let alone the spices.
Every little joy is a candle. The more you light, the more life's darkness wanes.
Zafar and his metaphors. But you're right. The dark days are definitely upon us.
I was so worried about you, my friends.
I definitely know that
Couldn't
voice
contact
actress,
the
but
Piranha.
I'm blanking on who
Eros
that
went
is.
silent. There was all kinds of speculation.
What exactly?
Talk about some outbreak and quarantine. All the while, the UN and Mars issue no official statements. As if they were blindsided by all of this.
Alright, so we've got our first dialogue option. Looks like it's a Mass Effect style. You can just choose between a couple dialogue options thing. Let's go with, you know what, we're going to be maximally aggressive. It's the beta. The disease was spread on purpose.
The outbreak is real, and the disease was spread on purpose.
Is that why you're alone? Without Vic and the others?
Yes, no one else survived. They blew up the Piranha when it was leaving. Whoever destroyed the station didn't want witnesses. We didn't know these guys like you did, Zafar. Still, we're so sorry.
Such cruel irony. Not to die in combat, but on vacation.
It's a better way to go.
Report to Director O'Connell ASAP. I just have one question. Is this ship yours?
You could say that. She was our ticket off Eros.
She can be legally recognized as yours by right of salvage. If the previous owners are dead, of course.
Oh, they are.
You'll have to tell me that story later.
Alright, so we
Right
shot a
now,
bunch of
The
dudes.
ship needs a checkup and a reprogrammed transponder.
Okay, so we haven't decided what to do with the ship yet. Do you know anyone who can do that? Can you help? Let's go with, can you help?
Can you help us with the transponder and the checkup?
Of course. I never pass up an opportunity to have a look around the new ship.
Sorry, but we need to go now. O'Connell's waiting.
Luna always carries with it the tides. I wish I knew what it is you carry. Good luck.
So, next up, report to the boss.
So it is interesting. So I didn't. Oh gosh, the the math sensitivity. Let's fix that. Okay. Let's put this down to, like, it was fine in the menus, but in game it's awful. I don't know why game developers do this, where the mouse sensitivity is always incredibly too high. Let's go with 0.15 for now, and we'll see how that goes. All right, that's a little better. So it's very interesting to me that a game company that made top-down isometric, like really crunchy RPGs is going more for this kind of Mass Effect style over-the-shoulder camera type. Not to say that this can't be very complex, and mechanical as well, but this is much more of an action game, it looks like. Not what I was fully expecting from this developer, but I've really enjoyed their other work.
Let's
so
visit Larry. Stop by and say hello. You think he'll be glad to see you? I called him a pain in the ass. I want to say sorry.
All right, can I talk to any of these people? No, they're just hanging out. Welcome to Pinkwater 04 Station. Dock 01 corridor. Can't go that way. All right, so we're in a pretty straight line here. Run off and check stuff out over here. All right. Hey, what you working on? Hey. Got some cool graphs. I like that she's just got the, like, cool sci-fi backgrounds screensaver up and is pretending to work. This guy's doing some classic Star Trek welding.
Nothing's wrong. Management just ordered all the wires to be replaced. Great modernization. New cables to be safer. Definitely won't hurt.
I don't doubt it. Well, good luck.
Okay, that's cool. Some environmental dialogue. Alright. Let's run through the station here.
And Krisha's here.
This sprint is very slow. Like, the walk is slow. It is really slow. The sprint is also pretty slow.
View from here.
On the axis at the second semi-ring.
Is it better with our girl out there?
Okay, I'm not actually sure what view she was talking about. I think that dialogue kind of glitched out. All right, let's go.
Sir.
Here you are. I want an explanation. Where's Vic? Where's the Piranha? What's with the new ship in my damn stable?
The Piranha was destroyed, sir. Captain Barros and the whole crew died in the line of duty.
What?
She said
What
duty.
Who were you up against?
They didn't exactly introduce themselves. The station was infected by an unknown bioweapon, presumably. It was a planned op. A bunch of guys with guns assured word didn't get out. They're the ones who destroyed the Piranha. The ship we escaped on belonged to them. We fought our way on board.
Wait. The news is saying there was an outbreak. HQ reported that even our UN contact doesn't know the whole story. Not a word about shots fired. Or ships being destroyed. Only the quarantine.
Whoa, a cover-up.
Quarantine, yes. But this disease, or whatever it is, was brought there on purpose. We barely escaped.
An outbreak? The Piranha? This is insane.
All right. You have to believe
Sir,
us.
You have to believe us. We're talking about the genocide of an entire station. The massacre of our whole squad.
I want to. But this ain't exactly easy to digest. If you're telling the truth, then...
Sir, please listen. An unknown ship is approaching the station. Appeared right in front of us. The radars are clear.
Take what I thought were two. Two criminals have taken refuge at your beat. I'm going to arrest them for stealing Protogen Company property.
Protogen? I remember that brute. We saw her on Eros.
Sir, somebody hacked our comms. And not only that, the docking system isn't responding.
Uh-oh.
We are preparing to board the station and commandeer our ship. What? It's us, yes.
We took their
You can
ship,
tell
but
she's
it
bad
was our
because of the
only
pink
chance at survival.
underlighting.
And now they're here, boarding my station, handing out orders. Protogen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
There was so much delay before that dialogue option appeared. All right, let's go with they want to kill us.
They're the ones who destroyed Eros, and now they come for us. If you hand us over, we're done for.
I can't. Shit. I'm responsible not only for you, but for the whole station full of other people. What do you want from me?
Let's go with... you know what? Let's do a persuasion.
Cover us. Order everyone to take arms and defend the station. We'll all have a chance of surviving if everyone backs us up.
Nice.
Even if you surrender the station
Got some
peacefully,
XP.
Protogen won't just fly away. We witnessed what they did on Eros, and they'll kill anyone we've had contact with.
Can they really do this?
They hacked our comms instead of contacting you officially. That doesn't bother you at all?
Like hell, I'm going to give up my station without a fight.
Thank you, Oscar. We won't forget this.
Now, climb into the vent, get to your ship, and good goddamn riddance. We'll cover you.
Thank you, sir. And see you around.
All right, so now we get some tutorials. To take cover, aim at the cover you wish to use and press space. Use right click to aim, left click to fire, change your weapon scroll, reload, press R, and then 1, 2, 3 for gadgets. Okay, cool. So it's Mass Effect. To regenerate health and armor, yep, normal Mass Effect Gears of War rules for a cover shooter. To direct your companion toward a target, aim at it and press Q. The companion will deal increased damage and will use their signature gadget. To perform an exploit, hover over the companion's portrait icon and press Q. They'll make use of their surroundings to deal damage to multiple targets at once. Okay, so they can do some kind of, like, blow up an explosive barrel or something. While tactical pause mode is active, you can issue commands to your companions, choose target for your gadgets at your own pace. Alright, so, yeah, same deal with tactical pause. Alright. Then I guess we are ready. So right at the end of the tutorial, the game did have a crash. Remember, this is an extremely early beta, so no big deal. It looks like the autosave is putting us right back where we were. So let's run in here and get into the fight. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and we get in cover. So we are in cover. Let's hit pause and see what our abilities are. So we have Tactical Scanner, Pandemic Algorithm, Gremlin Drone Swarm. Let's do a Pandemic Algorithm. Looks like we just unpause when we do our command, and then we'll have our buddy here throw a grenade at that guy who's in cover, and then I'll do unpause, and then I'm going back into cover. Okay, so it looks like Pandemic Algorithm is some kind of stun. As usual with these cover shooters, it's basically wait until the enemy reloads and then pop up and blast them. It's the typical way that these play out, though the melee enemies are going to make that.
Slicker than a slingshotter.
Oh, okay, so I need to leave because there was a grenade. It does feel a little weird, and I'm going to mess this up a lot because in Mass Effect, which is the game that this is most reminiscent of, it's the same key to get into cover and to sprint. So when you like sprint at cover, you just go into it. In this game, you have to actually hit spacebar to enter and leave cover. So when I have a grenade thrown at me, I'm probably going to get blasted by a grenade before I get used to that system. Let's look at... Is there loot in this game? Can we pick up anything? Not really seeing anything, any ammo or anything like that. Also, is there a way to see my character sheet? This is J for journal. We've got crew progress level 4, crew funds, XP gain. Cool. Alright, I do like a journal. How about I for inventory? That works too. We've got gadgets. Pandemic algorithm. Applies shock to 1 to 3 enemies. Holding down the button that triggers this ability increases its strength. However, if held for too long, the effect is weakened. Okay, so there's like an active reload mechanic there. Gremlin drone swarm. Deploys an invulnerable swarm of manually controlled drones that does damage to anything within its radius. The swarm will not act on its own. Pressing the button that triggers this ability again will redirect the swarm to a new target. Cool. Tactical scanner. While active, once every 3 seconds, the scanner emits a wave that applies expose to all enemies, highlighting their positions. And then we've also got our assault rifle and pistol, unmodified, so it looks like we can upgrade those. Subsystems, armor subsystem with regeneration, timed ability duration and cooldown. Okay, cool. And then my twin, Jay, here, has Jay's multi-shot and an incendiary grenade, weapon support system, ballistic system. All right, so I'm liking the inventory system that I'm seeing here. It's again very reminiscent of the first Mass Effect game, but maybe a little bit more complex than that. Aluminum alloy. It is interesting that this studio that makes like isometric RPGs, really top-down turn-based games, went for a shooter, but I'm here for it. Let's keep on going. Okay. Did we just step on a mine? No, we just got a phone call.
Over.
We copy. Zafar, our own personal search and rescue.
I'm on the Mott's Bridge, looking at the tactical map and the feeds from your suits. I've got company, and locked doors aren't going to keep them out for long.
So they'll snatch up our ship if we don't hurry.
I'll guide you through. Follow my thread.
Alright,
Thanks for the help, Zafar.
thanks for the help.
Oscar told you to radio us?
No. I would get you out even if he gave me direct orders not to. Enough people died because I did nothing.
Alright, well,
We're
let's
ready.
go.
Take us to the ship.
Advance to the door. There'll be a technical corridor behind it. I'll plan you an evac route. Stand by.
Loud and clear. We could use some ship support.
Okay, so I've got a pistol with firing mode auto, it said, but it's not auto firing. Scroll to my other weapon. Okay, firing mode, semi-auto, B to switch firing mode, semi-auto or auto, and the pistol has no mode switch. Alright, so it's just my my assault rifle that can switch firing modes. Analysis.
Didn't work.
Oh, but I don't have enough analysis. How do I tell how much analysis that I have? C for character sheet didn't work, so let's see what's the button to go to my character sheet. Okay, tab for digital assistant, I'm guessing. Quest journal, equipment, skill trees. Here we go. Alright, so what are my skills? I have skills in shooter, leader, survivalist, gadgets, and we have persuasion, which we saw earlier. Persuasion 2. Neat. 590 experience points. And then J doesn't come with skills. Oh no, has perception and athletics. And then has the twin bond, giving me lower skills. Alright, neat.
Protogen is a private
Let's,
security company
we
just
got
like Pinkwater.
A cool
the hell are they
commemorative
doing?
mug.
Let's ask them over dinner sometime.
Take credits. Okay. I always love to take credit. And then I'm guessing there will be some enemies in here.
Hostiles are likely close. Left side has a good vantage point. Perfect for an ambush.
Alright, let's go. Left side, good vantage point. Perfect for an ambush. We'll get in spacebar here. Oh, okay, so it's going to teach us how to use the environment attacks. So if I wait till those guys are under and hit Q, she's going to shoot that and drop stuff on their heads, which is awesome. Let's stun that guy. Let's do our drone swarms on that guy, and then I'll activate my scanner. Maybe need to switch weapons here. Drone swarm, go that way. And she can shoot out that panel and explode them. Okay. I'm getting a feel for this. That's cool. Let's do a tactical pause. Send the drone swarm at those guys. And my buddy here, my twin here, is going to throw a grenade at that guy. And then... Drone swarm didn't go. Go. Oh, he literally vanished. All right. he got too scared and ran away.
Where to next?
Cool. Well, you know.
Get out onto the station's hull.
It wouldn't be an Owlcat game without some very bizarre bugs.
Jay, let's get out there.
Okay, so there is ammo. We have 100 and 260. Do I need to reload anything? I don't. Any loot in this room? We've got this door. That's back where we came from. And then that's where the enemies came from over here. Ammo's full. Can't go this way. Come on, game. Give me loot. Oh, search. Yeah, credits. I definitely would like to see a better highlighting on which enemies have loot on their bodies, so that I'm not running around checking it all. And like this case, in the previous room, a case that looked like this had stuff in it. In this room, it doesn't. So maybe a little more visual clarity there, or just a highlighting system that just makes the loot glowy. E to go up. Oh, I was gonna say, I appreciate a game that just doesn't have a ladder climbing animation and has a loading screen instead, but then it immediately cut into a ladder climbing cinematic.
You know, it used to be that the infinity of space terrified me.
And when did it stop?
When I realized that actually, it's freedom.
Okay, this is cool, I will say.
I
Can
blocked
I...
This should stop them.
We're on different sides of the semi-ring, but there's a protogen ship docked near me. They're looking for you. It's too dangerous to go straight through. Do you see an elevator in front of you? It'll take you to the station's access. Then, return to the semi-ring. You can reach the Mott while bypassing enemy forces.
Okay, the movement feels really cool in space, so it's actually very different when I'm sprinting. It's like a slightly harder to change direction. I also really like that the axis of gravity changes when I go across one of these slanting areas. That's very cool. Cool perspective tricks with the camera. Really enjoying that. Let's see, what's in this box? Also, why are we keeping stuff
rotating
just...
stations. Planets, satellites, asteroids. They're all just rotating around in space. Even the universe itself. So, I guess running in circles isn't useless after all.
I really... Ooh, squeeze through. Let's do it. Little hard to mouse over that section. I really like that the perspective shifts. It is funny that we're keeping our loot in crates on the exterior of the station. Take electric rounds. Okay, ammo gadget. So, does that mean that I can swap for a different gadget? So if I were to do tactical, scanner, yeah, so I could do electric rounds. Provides one magazine of specialized rounds that can electrify enemies. The more damage per second your weapon deals, the higher the chance to apply shocked. Holding down the button that triggers this ability allows the character to remove the unemptied clip, reducing its cooldown. So it's also a active reload mechanic. Interesting. Let's try this over the tactical scanner. For now. I want to try out different stuff. So if I do that, then I get some I hit 3 and get some electric rounds. Take fabric, take aluminum. So there is a crafting system, which I assume we don't really get to interact with in the beta here. Like, we've got a nice, it's okay to park here sign. Alright, let's keep on running. So, elevator.
Eros, the piranha.
I do
and
like that we
Navi,
don't have to wait
we
for
got
our
ourselves into
companions
something
to get on the
extremely
elevator.
Dangerous. We're like slingshotters doing some crazy maneuver. But someone messed up all our calculations and is just waiting for us to burn up.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's very cool.
Configuring the transponder codes. That means no more mutt. But the ship needs a new name to complete the process.
Not the best timing. But my sister and I will think of something. What the?
Bats!
We're sitting ducks out here! There's our exit!
No, I'm wasting all my electric
Go.
rounds.
I've got your 6.
In a cutscene. Uh-oh.
Engaging hostiles.
Just a bug
Lethal
under my
force
boot.
authorized.
Good one.
Alright, let's go with the drone swarm. Okay, there's a sniper over there. Let's hit the sniper with a shock. And then tactical pause, we'll have you do engage on that guy. And then we'll untactical pause. And I'm gonna... Oh, never mind. Our twin did work there. De-snipered the area. Yeah, I do like seeing the bodies just, like, float away. That's cool. Although, whatever is keeping us on the surface, I don't know why it's disengaging as soon as our life support ends. You know, if we have, like, magnetized boots, they wouldn't demagnetize. Ammo floating around as well, that's cool.
1, 2, advance!
And I also really like the shifting perspectives again. That awesome. Ouch. Okay, let's go with, we'll send our drones over there. And then it's this enemy. I see. Okay, so holding down the button there made it shock for longer, as we read earlier. Ow. How about we go with some more electric rounds, and then you have already used all your abilities, so we can't do anything here. Take that guy out. Where's the last enemy? There it is. The tactical scanner actually does seem like it would be pretty useful in these situations. Because it's kind of hard to see where the enemies are.
Firing on multiple targets!
I do like that I actually want to switch guns depending on the range of the enemies as well. So let's shock that guy. The full shock duration. And I took that guy out. Send some drones after those guys. I could run forwards, but I'm kind of enjoying just picking them off from extreme range here. See, yeah, stand up. Moron. Oh, he's flanking. Okay. So the AI does try to flank you. Alright, now we have to move forward. So can I... If I can do that and have her blow stuff up. Right, that's the trick with this game. Can I run across this open area? No, I cannot. Even though there's no railing there. But I can run up here. Very cool. Why don't you blow that up for me, and then we'll have you shock. Alright, that's the one I need to hold down, so I need to remember that. Go get him, bugs. I don't really know where my twin went. So, let's have her engage this enemy, and then we'll do this. Oh, cool. Okay. So they blew up the cover. I'm really enjoying the audio as
Alright,
well.
we need an elevator to the semi-ring.
In
The map's
space,
not far from there.
where you hear just the muffled sound of your own shooting, but the enemy's shots don't have sound. Of course, not having sound in space, a very core component of the Expanse. Any loot? Looks like this is all just ammo. No, this looks like loot. Give me loot. Take. Oh, this is... Okay, like a big ammo crate, I guess, because it's just telling me ammo is full. Let me make sure that I've got all my guns reloaded. I think I am also going to switch back to the tactical scanner over the electric rounds, which don't seem to be doing anything. And this will make it easier to just see where enemies are. Or did that not... Okay, I need to click this, then hit equip here. Alright.
Funny system. You can't get into it without turning off the radiators. If only I knew where the power supply units were.
Use focus drug.
Not our finest
So I could have
moment.
hit E to use a focus drug. Can I do it again and use a focus drug? Alright, I'm not sure what's happening here. It looks like we're both doing it. But, okay, so we scanned the thing. Not entirely sure what that did. Let's run over here and we'll open this crate and get some... focus drug. And we'll get some more stuff. You really shouldn't be keeping your drugs just on crates on the exterior hull, I think. Seems like a radiation risk, among other things.
I hope at least this elevator works out. No one seems to be around. Get back! Protogen clearly has something personal against elevators. Head for the semi-ring. I'm right behind you.
That's a stupid line, but I enjoyed it. Oh, we can fly now?
There it is. So close.
Okay, so I can
We just need
fly.
to take into account the Coriolis force and the rotation
Grenade
of the
proximity.
station.
So I don't really know how the so I got battered there. So can I go up or down? It looks like I just have left and right control currently, unless I'm missing something. I'm gonna kind of swing to the right here and go in between those areas. And then I'll get clobbered.
Hey! We need to fly over to the semi-ring and fast. Can you fly? Yeah. The brute can't reach us with all the debris, but we'll die if we don't make it to the station. Easy does it. The station is moving. We can't afford to miscalculate the trajectory. We got this. Otherwise, we're dead. Damn ring rotation. Yes. You all right? 5 out of 5. Just a little bit more to go.
Okay. I mean, this is cool. It's interesting that it gave me just a little bit of control during that one sequence, and the rest of this has been cutscenes. I'd have liked for more of that to be controllable, I think. Okay, fly to the semi-ring, get to the airlock. Ooh, we leveled up. Let's get a skill point. Skill trees. Battle skill trees. So I could level up in shooter for just increased damage. I could level up in gadgets, and we've done some gadget levels, apparently. Efficient cooldowns, extra ability damage, damage against controlled targets, deployable firing capacity. We don't have a deployable currently. Let's go with... I could also go survivalist to get some extra armor, so this just makes us tougher. I do like that there are a lot of different skills. I would like probably more. 30% to companion weapon damage while engaged. Let's just increase my weapon damage, because I think it'll be a little easier to just make it through. Oh, it looks like we've already got that. Okay, so let's go with weapon accuracy. Doesn't look like there's activated skills here, which I would definitely take because I would want to check them out, but just making sure that we can actually hit stuff is going to make these combat sequences a little easier. Okay, is there more stuff in this? Interesting.
Now we're on the same side of the semi-ring as the ship, right? Yeah, almost there.
The protogen ship is just undocked. It's scanning the hull, looking for you. Advance, on the double. You'll see an airlock leading
what do we got here? Take repair foam. Nope, I've already got enough repair foam. Get to the furthest airlock.
The antenna was shot off with PDC. They want to cut off Pinkwater's ability to communicate with the outside world. Interesting. Looks like the ship only has 4 PDCs. There are at least 6 of them on Martian frigates.
4 is more than enough to kill both the antenna and us. You mentioned the airlock. Where is it?
Right ahead, about 50 meters. But getting there is suicide. Stand by. I'll figure something out.
Alright, so we're just kind of waiting, because we can't go in the blue ring or we'll get exploded, I assume.
Hey, look! There's another airlock here, and it's much closer.
It leads to a damaged sector. Be patient. I'll distract them.
Alright. Well, I didn't be patient, but it looks like we're going in.
You're lucky the protogen ship didn't detect you. But why didn't you go down the airlock I mentioned?
Sorry, but the situation was way too hot.
Okay, so maybe there was an alternate solution to that puzzle. We could have held still and waited for him to get the enemy to look somewhere else.
They were upgrading the station's temperature control system. But then our uninvited guests interfered. The coolant leaks in some places. Be careful. The substance is quite toxic.
Alright, so we don't want to walk into the coolant leaks. Take spare parts, sure. So, I can't go this way, so it's through the corridor here, or the vent. It won't let me go to the right. It just snapped my camera over to the left. I'm sure there's a really good loot item back behind us. Coolant can damage armor exterior. Can I explode?
We need to stop this somehow.
This thing. Did that work?
Almost just got boiled like dumplings.
Yes. Alright. So now we're on the lookout for red things to shoot. Turn off.
Okay, we've shut off the coolant. I hope we didn't freeze the station and the guys fixed this fast.
Athletics. All right, well, my twins got athletics, so we were able to... Okay, so it's a push the button really fast game. Armor-piercing wrist cannon. That sounds exciting. Let's take a look at... So, armor-piercing wrist cannon. A homing projectile penetrates armor, dealing 900 damage. That's a lot of damage. 2 uses, 20-second cooldown. Let's go with... I think I'm gonna stick with what... No, I want to try the other items here while we're playing. It doesn't... These all look a little better, but let's just use our armor-piercing wrist cannon. Certainly want to try all the different gadgets that we get access to. Even if I feel like the others might be a little more useful. This just kills one enemy, which we can also do with bullets, it seems like. Alright. Off this way.
They were here already?
Zafar, how do we open this door?
The alarm. You need to turn it off. The IT center will be at the end of the corridor, on your left. The terminal you need is in there.
Oh, we do get a crafting bench. Okay, let's go with grade 1. Let's go with magazine size on our rifle, and structural damage, magazine size, crit damage modifier. Oh, we don't have enough spare parts, alas, and I can't upgrade those, but I can upgrade my pandemic algorithm to have... No, I can't. It's already been upgraded with rapid recharge is what's happened here. Okay, cool. Because it's given us some boosts from previous missions. I wasn't expecting to get to actually use the crafting system during the beta, so that's kind of cool. Oh, is this more, no, that's just ammo. This is...
the results of the last tournament.
Don't look at me like that. All part of the plan.
We got beaten by Rogue, because we're Gemini. Or I guess J is Gemini 2, and we're Gemini 1. Ooh. Kovac M42. Alright. A different firearm. Let's see what we've got here. No, not inventory. Equipment. So that's the Weber Weapon 2. And this is the Kovac M42. Okay, well, they're both Kovac M42s. That's our assault rifle. And... the Armaluna XD-S6. So I could swap out for a submachine gun here, but I like having the pistol for longer range shots, I think. And we just upgraded our assault rifle. I'm also not a big submachine guns in this type of game fan. Let me in. I will say that the doors are a little bit unresponsive. You have to mouse over like exactly the right pixel to interact with stuff, and it feels a little bit clunky. They could stand to make the tolerances a little bit less heavy. Okay, alarm mode off. Apartment lockdown off.
All done.
Let's look at the
Doors
files
open, we can
as
go.
well. Attention. Critical threat 010, code red. Safety protocols activated. All P4 personnel on full alert. Solar flare warning. Monday, prominent M1.2 solar flare is to begin at 4:23 a.m., peak at 4:33 a.m., ending at 4:38 a.m. Be prepared. Powerful C 9.5 solar flare. Powerful M 1.4. Take necessary precautions and follow all safety protocols. Be sure to immediately head to a radiation shelter if the solar flare catches you on the surface of the station. Note to all rookies. This old rust bucket contains one of Pinkwater Security's company centers. All recruits are responsible for knowing and strictly following the response protocols, which are the key to our safety and efficiency. Additionally, here on Pinkwater 4, we maintain company ships. If you're a member of the technical personnel, your responsibility is to keep them working. However, you still have to memorize the response protocols. Safety is more than just a job, it's a way of living and thinking. P.S. Welcome to Pinkwater 4. We're going to spend many a long month together on this giant metal pinwheel. Admin access required. Let's claim admin access. I got some extra funds because I have cyber sabotage as a skill, and then it looks like we get to play a hacking minigame. Okay. So... oh, I see. So I'm looking for... not entirely sure how this is working. So we're looking for 34,000... lost. I didn't do it fast enough. We didn't get the hacking tutorial, so I wasn't sure exactly what it was, what it's looking for here. So, am I trying to match to the ones on the right-hand side? Is that what it's asking me to do here? I can't. I can only move it up and down. Okay, so let's do that. Ah, there we go. So I need to match to the one to the left. Got it. So we'll try this again. So I just need to find 66 in the middle here. And I need to key through it because when you scroll, it actually does not seem to work at all. And that's what was throwing me off before. There we go. All right, so we've done our hacking minigame here.
Just another day in the
Tactical
belt.
Overdrive. Download. Download complete. RAM humidity. I like that. All right. Show info. Tactical Overdrive is an armor subsystem blueprint. All right, cool. So we hacked a blueprint there. Hacking the station, not the planet. And then off we go.
Have you thought of a name for the ship?
Jay and I escaped from Eros on the ship. I want to name her after us, but I don't have any ideas to...
If you had surrendered, the consequences would have been almost painless. But you didn't. Your mistake.
All right, we're being
A
threatened.
personalized greeting. What an honor.
Got some ammo, got a bunch of dead guys around. We've got some more spare parts. I probably could go back and do a little more crafting, but let's just get into the next fight.
Jake, take cover!
Although, I think this may be a scripted loss here.
Have you seen that blue shit on their armor? We can't penetrate it. It must have some weak point. Larry?
Okay, now let's go. Oh, shit.
That was a bad idea, Larry.
You're right on time.
They definitely don't pay me enough.
That was something, Larry. I thought you were a goner. How's your shoulder?
Fine. I'll survive.
All right. Let's just go with... how did you get
How
here?
did you get here?
A firefight broke out after O'Connell's order. The dock was a lost cause. I barely made it out in one piece. I followed protocol and tried to get to the...
I like how
backup
sweaty
communication
Larry
hub.
is.
Then I saw you and decided to help.
Let's go with... We've got
Thanks
armor.
for the backup, but you didn't have to do that. Unlike you, we have actual armor.
Oh, I'd love to travel back in time and see if armor would have helped you. Or not. All right. Now, honestly, I've never willingly thrown myself into incoming fire. Or unwillingly, for that matter. Oh, phew. I need to catch my breath.
I'll say, you could have been killed.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
All right, let's go with... do you want to come with us?
Do you want to come with us?
I'm not a mercenary or a soldier. I'm a dispatcher. I don't even have armor.
Yeah, we just
I'd better
talked
go to
about
the
that.
terminal and contact anyone else who needs help.
How did they manage to dock?
Their ship appeared at the very last moment. They hacked our comms and docking system, and here we are.
Aren't many of them, but goddamn these stealth ships. I don't even know what equipment can detect them, but definitely not ours.
I used to think that only Martians had stealth tech. Hey, wait. They said you stole their ship. Is that true?
Well,
On
technically.
Eros,
You know what? I don't want to know. The less I know, the better if they interrogate me. Yeah.
we need to go.
I'll head to the terminals and try to figure out how to help the others. Good luck.
All right. Off we go. Well, thanks for the assist, Larry.
You can just deactivate the clamps in the command center. The mutt will be free.
Oh no. Baldy's dead.
Engaging the enemy. 1, 2, advance!
Oh, there's the enemy.
Slicker than a slingshotter.
Oops. Alright, I held it too long.
Not like this!
Oh. Okay. So you can shoot, like, through their shield. You just have to, Alright, so this is the dangerous enemy. Let's use our new thing against it. Oop. Alright, it sent an explosion after me. And that is another enemy in the window, so I'm taking some hits.
Slicker than a slingshotter.
Ouch. The rocket launcher. Well, I used my armor-piercing thing. It does not seem to have done that much. Let's hit... Yeah, that was a health pack. Like I sort of assumed that it would be. And then we'll stun that enemy, use that. It looks like he's getting... Oh. Everywhere I go. Alright. Yeah, so he's just getting constantly healed. So I'm not sure exactly what I am supposed to do against that enemy. It didn't give me a lot of context clues there. I stunned him, put a bunch of damage on him, but we'll try that again. Cool that there are enemies that are tough to kill, though. Our armor-piercing shot did not seem to...
Almost there. If you can just deactivate the clamps in the command center, the
to
mutt
end
will be
that
free.
particular enemy.
Engaging the enemy. Good one.
Alright, so I'm going to try using the environmental thing against the dangerous enemy. So I don't know if it's trying to tell me, like, I have to run away from it or something.
1, 2, advance!
Oh, where did that guy come from? Alright.
Ready to commence wide spectrum strike.
Okay, well, he's just shooting a wall, which is fine by me. And we can shoot him through here. So I guess it's just I need to focus damage on him. Because he's... Oh, there's a healing drone. Okay. I did not see the healing drone previously. But that's what's going on there.
So compromised.
So is that the healing drone? And then we'll have you do an engage. So that's why that enemy is healing so much. It's because he has the drone healing him. Let's switch guns. Did I take out the drone? I can't really tell. No. Okay, so that drone, we're gonna do pandemic algorithm on. Or that's not the healing drone, okay. Need to run around here, because I'm taking a lot of damage.
1, 2.
And I really can't see if the enemy has been, Okay, so he pops the drone out of his armor, maybe? Is that what's happening?
Ready to commence wide spectrum strike.
Because I'm shooting it, it's not dying.
Taking fire.
I'll clear this stage.
Focus. We need them dead.
Okay, so this enemy, still up, still armored, but it looks like we got its drone, and now we can kill it. There we go. All right, that was a slightly more complex fight. which I needed to do, which actually gave me some difficulty, which is kind of fun. There's a grenade there. Let's get behind this wall. And then we can take those guys out. We'll send our gremlins after that guy. And then, how about you? No. Incendiary grenade still on cooldown, but we can just finish picking off the last remaining enemies. Alright. Well, fun that I died there. I wasn't really expecting that during this part of the game, but I didn't see the enemy's healer at the beginning there, which is great. Always fun when you have enemies that get you before you learn their mechanics, too. Because now we will be on the lookout for that in the future. And then let's refill our ammo. Make my way into this next room here, see if there's any gear on the ground. That's an ammo box. Game is giving me an awful lot of ammunition. Ooh, okay. The Undertaker. Let's see what we've got in the Undertaker. So that's a long-barreled firearm. The Undertaker is... This rifle may be low-tech, but it's a reliable and powerful model. It's an assault rifle. So it fires much slower, but has higher damage, slightly lower accuracy, better reload time. I think it's still a little bit worse than what we've got equipped right now, because we leveled up our equipped rifle. Can I... Yeah, so you get one long barrel and one short barrel weapon. That's kind of cool as well. You know what? Even though we've been using the other one, let's just, we'll try the new one, because it's new. So this one, ooh, it has an actual crosshair, which is kind of nice. Oh, and there's something in here, which I missed earlier. Some repair foam, which we don't need. All right, let's keep going. More cutscenes.
They killed everyone and stole the servers. What for?
Those servers have our Pinkwater 4 employee database, but it's encrypted. It seems they were unable to break the code.
But if they do, they'll know everything about us. Appearance, biometrics, account numbers, even our favorite bar.
All right, and then we've got another one of these. So let's turn off the clamps, the docking clamps. Error. Disable the docking clamps manually.
Holding them out. Can you deactivate it manually? There's a terminal below.
We sure can. Unsurprising. So let's see. I can... Yeah, it just shows a system error here. If I go back into that, what do we got here? Some credits. Nice.
Hostiles in the area.
1, 2, advance!
Alright. I'll send that. I'll throw my... I'll just get out of the pause screen and shoot this guy. Whoa, that lagged. Okay, I kind of like this gun. It feels pretty good to fire, at least.
Good one!
Alright, well, we did it.
Actions speak louder than words. Say the word and another salvo is on its way.
Okay. So I'm going to use my armor-piercing round against that enemy. Yeah, the armor-piercing round is really bad. So I'm regretting using that. Oh, also, she used her incendiary grenade just now without me telling her to. Let's go with the pandemic algorithm here. Okay, so that one you don't want to use during the tactical pause because you can't do the hold down to hit more targets.
That's all of them.
Got some cash there. And then down the stairs we go. And then we'll probably get to a boss fight. Oh, okay, I like the little cleaner robot. Poor guy, he's got a lot of work cut out for him. Section B we can't go to, but we can do... We can take repair foam. Nope, we can't. I think I am gonna go back to the other gun, though. This one was fine, but... no, this is not inventory. Equipment. This one's upgraded and felt a little bit better overall, I think. So we'll deactivate the docking clamp. Oh, and there's more enemies.
I'm on it.
Ow.
Say when.
That sniper obliterated me. Okay, let's have you throw an incendiary grenade and engage on him.
Sights on that one.
Under fire from dispatch.
I can help, but Larry won't be happy about it.
Oh, there's an enemy right here. Okay, so there is a melee button. The melee button is not good. Okay, let's do a revive order. So I'm ordering my ally to revive me. So she runs over here and does that. That's fun. I will say that the controls here feel very clunky to use, and also without being able to increase the FOV, it does feel like enemies do sometimes simply appear behind me pretty frequently. Alright, a couple more enemies. I'm gonna get back the scanner as well. After this fight, I'll re-equip that. Okay, so the range damage is not high enough currently. So let's run out here, getting cover here. I can't send the bugs after that guy for some reason. I guess they're on cooldown right now. We'll use our cannon on that enemy. Take him out. Shoot that one through the shield. And this one's the one that's giving me trouble. Alright, we finally got that one, who was the annoying one.
Eagle eye. Sights on that one. Slicker than a slingshotter.
So my ally doesn't really like moving around, is the thing. I keep trying to have her, like, run up and do stuff. Or them, I guess. I don't actually know if they mentioned the twins' gender at any point.
The Brute's here with an armored escort.
Even their armor won't stand a chance against PVC fire.
Alright. So we're taking out the armor with our drone here. So is the idea that I just need to stay in cover? Stun them all, and then I'm running this way.
Fire support is incoming.
And then we run out here and trigger the cutscene to gun down this enemy with the PDCs.
So far, we can't penetrate their armor.
PDC will test its strength.
It seems like those would also go through the crates, you know?
Let's go.
They're escaping. Fire! Fire! Fire!
This'll hold them.
The computer has uploaded your call sign as the ship's name. I need authorization.
Granted. Let's get out of here.
Prepare the thermonuclear charges.
Pinkwater 4, don't lose hope. Everyone will know what happened.
Well. Alright, well that was fun. Beta complete. Thanks for playing the Expanse Osiris Reborn beta. Your time and feedback will ultimately help us shape the final game. Please follow the link above, blah, 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 blah. Alright. Well, I had a ton of fun with that, I will say. The shooting still feels a little clunky. I think they need to refine the movement and shooting and like the snapping to cover a little bit more. So I hope to see that smoothed out a bit. One of the things, of course, that made Mass Effect a really good game was that it was very responsive. And you really do want that if you're going for an action game. Overall, though, my impressions are really good. I was not expecting this type of action shooter. Like I said, I had looked at none of the trailers, none of the press for this game. I was expecting an isometric RPG when I sat down, but I was pleasantly surprised by the action shooter, action cover shooter that we got, and I enjoyed it. I think that the abilities are really creative. I really liked the voice acting. The combat felt like it needed a little bit more feedback in terms of maybe enemy voice callouts or ways to detect enemies. I also really would like to be able to increase the visual FOV so that I can see those enemies that are kind of appearing behind me all the time. And the companions, I think, maybe need a responsiveness pass so that they run out ahead of you, move around to flank enemies, that kind of thing. But overall, the combat was very fun, and the abilities felt really good. The guns feel pretty good to use, and I loved the visuals for the game. So I am pretty happy with what I've seen so far. Definitely, it's in beta. There's some work that needs to be done, but I think this is a very solid foundation. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this look at the Expanse Osiris Reborn. And of course, if you have, then feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. Let me know what you thought of this early access, and let me know if this is a game that you would like to see me keep following in development. As always, of course, if you if you enjoyed the video, then subscribe to the channel. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.